Welcome, quiz lovers, to another thrilling general knowledge challenge. 30 questions from all over the globe and beyond. So, are you ready for another mind-bending and mending experience? Then strap up. Don't forget to leave your best and most thrilling answers in the comments. And yes, by all means, subscribe and turn on notifications if you haven't already. Let's go. First question. Here's a hoop for you. When these nocturnal hunters gather together, what do we call their group? Is it A, study, wisdom, or a parliament? What's your guess for these feathered night owls? Answer to the first question is C, a parliament, which is quite a fitting name for these wise night creatures. Wouldn't you agree? Did you know that owls can rotate their heads up to 270 degrees? That's almost a full circle. They must literally see almost everything around them. No wonder they're considered so wise. Next, time for some biblical knowledge. Which book kicks off the entire Old Testament? Is it A, Genesis, the beginning of beginnings, B, Exodus, the great escape, or C, Leviticus, the law book? And the answer is Genesis. This is literally where it all begins. The ultimate origin story of, well, everything. Genesis means beginning in Greek. And this incredible book covers everything from the creation of the universe to the stories of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, spanning roughly 2,000 years of history in just 50 chapters. Question 3. Prepare for an out-of-this-world question. Literally, what's the name of the absolute giant among volcanoes in our solar system? A, Olympus Mons, B, Mauna Loa, or C, Mount St. Helens? If you chose Olympus Mons, you are right. This Martian monster is the undisputed champion of volcanic peaks across our entire solar system. Olympus Mons on Mars is so massive, it's nearly 3 times taller than Mount Everest and covers an area roughly the size of Arizona. If you stood at its base, the peak would be beyond the horizon. That's how enormous this volcanic giant really is. Next one. And this one is anything but sheepish. What was the name of the world's first successfully cloned mammal? A, Daisy, B, Dolly, or C, Molly? Ding, ding, ding. The answer is Dolly. Dolly was named after country music legend Dolly Parton. The scientists chose this name because the cell used for cloning came from a mammary gland, and they couldn't think of anyone with more impressive credentials in that department. Okay, next question. Let's get elementary. Which element claims the number 1 spot on the periodic table? Is it lithium, helium, or hydrogen? The correct answer is hydrogen. It's the simplest and most abundant element in the universe. Hydrogen makes up about 75% of all normal matter in the universe. What holds the honor of being the very first movie ever created? A, The Great Train Robbery, B, Roundhay Garden Scene, or C, A Trip to the Moon? And the winner is Roundhay Garden Scene. This charming little film from 1888 literally started the entire movie industry as we know it. This groundbreaking film is only 2.11 seconds long and shows people walking around a garden. It was filmed by Louis Le Prince using a single-lens camera. Next question. Waddle into these chilly buddies. Which penguin species stands tallest among all their tuxedo-skinned relatives? A, king penguin, B, Adelie penguin, or C, emperor penguin? If you picked emperor penguin, you nailed it! These magnificent monarchs of the Antarctic truly live up to their imperial name. Emperor penguins are the ultimate Antarctic survivors. The males incubate eggs on their feet for 64 days during the harshest winter on Earth, losing up to 45% of their body weight. Are you ready to reach for the sky with this towering one? Your question is, which tree species stretches highest toward the heavens? A. Coast redwood, B. Giant sequoia, or C. Mountain ash? The correct pick here is coast redwood. These magnificent coastal giants are the undisputed skyscrapers of the natural world. The tallest known coast redwood, named Hyperion, stands at an incredible 380.3 feet tall. That's taller than the Statue of Liberty. These ancient giants can live over 2,000 years, and their bark is so thick and fire-resistant that forest fires actually help them reproduce. Okay, on the back of reaching the high heavens, let's get into orbit around Saturn. Which of Saturn's many moons claims the title of largest? Europa, Titan, or Triton? And the answer for this one is Titan. This colossal moon is Saturn's crowning jewel, an absolutely fascinating world of its own. Titan is larger than the planet Mercury and has a thick atmosphere with methane lakes and rivers. It's the only moon in our solar system with a substantial atmosphere, and scientists believe it might harbor the conditions for life in its subsurface ocean. Next, diving after some gelatinous folks. Which jellyfish species holds the record for being the largest? Is it A. Lion's mane jellyfish, B. moon jelly, or C. box jellyfish? Bingo! The answer is lion's mane jellyfish. These flowing, magnificent creatures are the gentle giants of the jellyfish world. The largest lion's mane jellyfish ever recorded had tentacles longer than a blue whale. Its bell was 7 feet across, and its tentacles stretched an incredible 120 feet. That's longer than 3 school buses lined up end to end. And let's follow that with a plunge into the ultimate depths. What's the name of the deepest, most mysterious point in all our oceans? A. Puerto Rico Trench, B. Mariana Trench, or C. Kermadec Trench? The correct choice is Mariana Trench. This Pacific abyss is deeper than Mount Everest is tall. Now, that's what we call going to extremes. The Mariana Trench's deepest point, called Challenger Deep, plunges down 36,200 feet below sea level. If Mount Everest were placed at the bottom, its peak would still be over a mile underwater. Next, let's venture into the world's greenest. Which rainforest claims the title of Earth's largest? A. Southeast Asian rainforest, B. Congo rainforest, or C. Amazon rainforest? If you chose Amazon rainforest, you're spot on. This South American wonder is truly the lungs of our planet and an irreplaceable natural treasure. The Amazon produces about 20% of the world's oxygen and spans across 9 countries. It's home to 10% of all known species on Earth, and scientists estimate there are still millions of undiscovered species living within its vast green embrace. Next one. Here's an absolutely explosive probe. Which volcano holds the record as the world's largest? A. Tiamu Massif, B. Mauna Loa, or C. Mount Tambora? And the answer is Tiamu Massif. This underwater giant in the Pacific Ocean is so massive it challenges our very understanding of volcanoes. Tiamu Massif is roughly the size of New Mexico and was only discovered to be a single volcano in 2013. It's been dormant for quite a very long time and is so large that scientists initially thought it was a mountain range, not a single volcanic formation. 14. Ready for a grand geographical challenge? Which canyon claims the title of world's largest by both depth and length? A. Grand Canyon, B. Yarlung Tsangpo Grand Canyon, or C. Copper Canyon? The correct answer is B, Yarlung Tsangpa Grand Canyon. This Tibetan treasure in the Himalayas makes even the Grand Canyon look modest by comparison. The Yarlung Tsangpa Grand Canyon is over 17,000 feet deep in some places and stretches for 308 miles. It's so remote and treacherous that it wasn't fully explored until the 1990s, making it one of Earth's last great frontiers. 15. Island hopping time. Which landmass claims the crown as the world's largest island? New Guinea, Australia, or Greenland? If you said Greenland, you're absolutely correct. This ice-covered giant in the North Atlantic is truly in a league of its own. Greenland is 3 times larger than Texas, yet has a population smaller than most cities. About 80% of it is covered by ice, and if all that ice melted, global sea levels would rise by about 20 feet worldwide. 16. Let's scale some heights. Which peak holds the record as the world's largest mountain from base to peak? Is it K2, Mount Everest, or C, Kangchenjunga, the mysterious giant? It is Mount Everest. When measured from base to peak, this Himalayan legend truly towers above all others. Mount Everest grows about 4 millimeters taller each year due to tectonic plate movement. The mountain has 2 official heights, depending on whether you include the snow cap. And climbers who reach the summit are breathing air that contains only 1/3 the oxygen available at sea level. Question 17. Now, let's go planetary. Which planet in our solar system claims the title of absolute largest? Is it Jupiter, the gas giant, Saturn, the ringed beauty, or Neptune, the distant blue? Correct answer here is Jupiter. This gas giant is truly the king of planets and a cosmic colossus beyond imagination. Jupiter is so massive that all the other planets in our solar system could fit inside it. Jupiter also acts like a cosmic vacuum cleaner, protecting Earth from asteroids and comets. 18. So, which satellite holds the record as the largest moon in our entire solar system? A, Ganymede, Jupiter's giant. B, Europa, the icy one. Or C, Titan, Saturn's treasure. If you picked Ganymede, you're right on the money. This Jovian giant is not just Jupiter's largest moon, but the biggest moon in our entire cosmic neighborhood. Ganymede is larger than the planet Mercury and has its own magnetic field. Scientists believe it has more water than all of Earth's oceans combined, hidden beneath its icy surface. Question 19. Know any computer dialects? Question. Which programming language has the honor of being the very first? Fortran, short code, or assembly language? And the answer is short code. This pioneering programming language launched the entire digital revolution we live in today. Short code was developed in 1949 and was so revolutionary that it took 50 times longer to run a program than hand coding in machine language. Despite being slow, it proved that humans could communicate with computers in something closer to human language rather than pure numbers. And 20. Which search engine was the first to use backlinks as a ranking factor? Was it Lycos, AltaVista, or C, Google? The correct answer is Google. This Stanford University project revolutionized how we find information and changed the internet forever. Google's PageRank algorithm was inspired by academic citation systems. The founders, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, realized that web pages linked to by many other pages were probably more important, just like academic papers that get cited frequently are usually more influential. And for question 21, how about some plastic-tastic history? Which material holds the distinction of being the first synthetic plastic ever created? A, celluloid, B, nylon, or C, bakelite? If you chose bakelite, you hit the bullseye. This groundbreaking invention launched the entire age of plastics and transformed modern life. Bakelite was invented in 1907 by Belgian chemist Leo Baekeland and was called the material of 1,000 uses. It was the first plastic that didn't melt when heated, making it perfect for electrical equipment, and it launched a design revolution in everything from radios to jewelry. 22. A venture into medical history. Which vaccine has the honor of being the very first ever discovered? Is it A. Smallpox vaccine, B. Polio vaccine, or C. Measles vaccine? And the answer is smallpox vaccine. This medical breakthrough started the entire science of immunization and saved countless millions of lives. Edward Jenner created the first smallpox vaccine in 1796, using cowpox virus. His experiment was so revolutionary that people initially thought vaccinated individuals would grow cow parts. Question 23. Let's pump up your medical knowledge. Which artificial heart was the first ever implanted in a human? A. Syncardia, B. Jarvik 7, or C. Abiacor? The correct answer is Jarvik 7. This mechanical marvel gave Barney Clark 112 additional days of life and opened a new chapter in medical history. The Jarvik 7 was made of aluminum and plastic, weighed about 11 ounces, and required an external compressor the size of a shopping cart. The patient had to stay connected to this room-sized machine, but it proved that artificial hearts could actually keep humans alive. Next question. Blasting off into some space history. Who was the first human being to travel beyond Earth's atmosphere? A. Neil Armstrong, B. Alan Shepard, or C. Yuri Gagarin? If you said Yuri Gagarin, you're absolutely right. This brave Soviet cosmonaut took humanity's first giant leap into the cosmic frontier. Gagarin's historic flight on April 12, 1961, lasted just 108 minutes, but it changed human history forever. He was only 27 years old and was chosen partly because he was short enough to fit in the tiny Vostok capsule. And question 25, still in space history. Which woman was the first to take a spacewalk outside her spacecraft? Is it Svetlana Savitskaya, Catherine Sullivan, or Peggy Whitson? And the right choice is Svetlana Savitskaya. This fearless Soviet cosmonaut shattered barriers and floated into the history books. Svetlana conducted her historic spacewalk in 1984, spending 3 hours and 35 minutes outside the Salyut 7 space station. She was not only the first woman to walk in space, but also the first woman to go to space twice. 426. Checking out social justice history. Which country was the first to abolish slavery? Was it A. Denmark, B. United Kingdom, or C. Haiti? The correct answer is Denmark. This Scandinavian nation led the world in human rights by being the first to ban slavery. Denmark abolished slavery in 1792, but the law didn't take effect until 1803 to allow for a transition period. Interestingly, Haiti achieved its independence in 1804 through a successful slave revolution, making it the first nation founded by former slaves, but Denmark technically passed the first abolition law. Okay, question 27. Inside our cells, which structure holds the genetic blueprint of life? Is the answer the cytoplasm, nucleus, or endoplasmic reticulum? The correct answer is the nucleus. Think of it as the cell's command center, a place packed with the instructions for life. Without the nucleus protecting our DNA, life as we know it wouldn't be possible. It's like the brain of the cell. The nucleus keeps our genetic secrets safe and sound. It is the ultimate control hub. 28. Let's clean the air, or is it clear the air? Which country was the first to ban smoking in public places? A. Ireland, B. Norway, or C. Italy? And the answer is Ireland. The Emerald Isle led the world in creating smoke-free public spaces. Ireland implemented its comprehensive smoking ban in 2004, covering all workplaces, including pubs and restaurants. The ban was so successful that it reduced heart attack rates by 13% in the first year alone, and it sparked a global movement that has now spread to over 50 countries worldwide. 29. Interested in new money? Which country was the first to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender? A. El Salvador. B. Panama. Or C. Central African Republic. The correct answer is El Salvador. This Central American nation made cryptocurrency history with a bold financial move. El Salvador adopted Bitcoin as legal tender in September 2021, making President Nayib Bukele's government the first in the world to give cryptocurrency equal status with traditional money. And finally, for a stellar finish, what was the name of the first exoplanet discovered orbiting a sun-like star? A. HD 2094588, B. 51 Pegasi b, or C. Gliese 581g. If you picked 51 Pegasi b, you're absolutely right. This distant world opened our eyes to the incredible possibility of planets beyond our solar system. 51 Pegasi b was discovered in 1995 and completely revolutionized astronomy. It's located 50 light-years away and orbits its star in just 4 days. And that's a wrap on another epic quiz. How did you do? Whether you aced it or learned something new, you're a winner in our books. Subscribe if you enjoyed the challenge. Share this video with someone who needs to test their knowledge, and comment your final score below. We read every single one. Hit that notification bell because the next quiz is going to be absolutely thrilling.